Welcome to another episode of By the Railside Podcast Movie Review. We're back again. We took a week off. We're sorry. Not really, because we need holidays.
Fuck you, I feel refreshed.
With myself, Zach, today is Jeff
I thought this was a documentary about my life.
and Jordan.
There's the rails, and I'm right beside it. It's
Whoa.
dangerous.
Oh, yeah, train could hit you.
Right on my tootsies.
Their mirror could just clip you.
Fuck it. That's how I want to
Don't fuck with me.
go. Violently.
Speaking of violence, we watched The Wolfman this week.
Woo!
The hit movie from 2010 starring Benicio del Toro, Anthony Hopkins, Emily Blunt, and Hugo Weaving.
Emily Blunt is one of my favorite actors, and not just for her last name. But she's also married to Jim from The Office.
That is true. Old Johnny.
And you know what hates offices? Werewolves!
Tell us about the
Would it be
movie.
weird if I watched the 1943 version?
That would be unlucky.
Well, this is actually just a remake of it, so you just
I know.
wouldn't know.
I watched the new one.
I was gonna say you just wouldn't know the characters, but you never fucking do anyway. So
I am terrible with names. Jesus Christ.
I know like 4 actors and 3 of them are dead. Anyways, nobleman Lawrence Talbot, played by Benicio del Toro, returns to his ancestral home in Victorian-era England to search for his missing brother Ben, played by Simon Merrills, and also a dummy,
Yep. Big
a
dumb.
shredded dummy. Only to fall under a terrible curse that causes him to experience an unsettling transformation. Talbot soon discovers that a ravenous beast is on the loose, and he must protect the woman he loves from its clutches, a.k.a. his dead brother's widow, a.k.a. Spicy Jim.
Future Mrs. Del Toro.
Yeah, future Mrs. Talbot again.
Again. Now, you guys are probably wondering why we watched The Wolfman. Because we're choosing award-winning movies. That's what category we're on. And this one won the award for Best Makeup, which is actually, I'd say, fairly deserved. The effects, just on himself, maybe not on Anthony Hopkins' Wolfman, but his Wolfman was very well done.
I much preferred Anthony Hopkins' Wolfman.
It was more CGI, though.
Yeah, obviously, because Anthony Hopkins was a skeleton at the time. But no,
Still
I
is.
like it. Yeah, well, way more so even. I just thought it looked more natural, if that makes sense. Like on Benicio del Toro, you could tell it was like I could tell it was just like a mask on his face, whereas I preferred the better transformation on Anthony Hopkins. Also, I don't know if this was just me, but Benicio del Toro as a werewolf, there were several issues I had. One, he was cockeyed. 2, I took notes on this because I was so furious, and I can't find them, of course. Oh yeah, he had a an underbite rivaling one of our friends, and it kind of looked like the Down syndrome tiger that I've seen on the internet. Like, I'm not saying he looks like he has Down syndrome, but when they put him in a Wolfman costume, the Wolfman costume it looked off.
Look a little downsy.
Like, it's Uncle Jared just running amok on a half moon. It's not a full transformation, just the lift. What did you think of the makeup effects, Jeff? Would you give them an award for it, or would you slide them a $20 gift card to Chick-fil-A?
I mean, I thought the wolf stuff was okay. Like, I prefer lycanthropes that have like the snout and everything, but this is based off of like a 1943 movie, so they didn't do that kind of stuff back then. Outside of like the wolves and whatnot, I thought the makeup and cat and costume and whatnot was probably the best part of the movie.
Yeah, there was a lot of inconsistencies. Like, he's supposed to be from Victorian era England, but not a trace of an accent. And Anthony Hopkins, it was riding the line between like British and Irish-ish at some points.
Yeah.
Which I mean that's fine with me because like at least it's the same fucking island-ish. Whereas,
Wow, you just got us canceled in so many countries.
oh my god, the UK is gonna cancel me. Good luck getting to Europe to write an email, assholes. Although I guess it was explained that he was like sent off to Americas to live with his aunt.
Yeah, after he witnessed and then I guess went into the insane asylum as a child to get
at the age of like
tortured.
7.
Yeah.
In the 1800s, so that was the peak of mental health.
What'd you think of that insane asylum and their treatments?
Jealous. You get a nice bath, several injections of unknown cocktails, which just sounds like a nice Wednesday night. And the turn down service. Impeccable.
the guy doing like the dip, like cranking it up so that to dip him into the ice bath, he looked more insane than the people I saw as patients.
How do you think they get their jobs? Like the insane asylum, it's just you've been here too long. You're gonna have to start working for us because we can't justify feeding you anymore. We can only shock your brain so many times.
It's like the inmates who get laundry duty. They're just like
gotta work for the system, man. I'm part of it. What are you?
Why hire someone from the outside when this guy's been through it for so much? He already knows how it works.
Exactly.
Just hire him.
He was actually put in there because he was running around the slums just stabbing people in the neck. And they're like, well, we'll give him a couple shocks, of course, and we'll keep the lobotomy on the back burner for now. But he's pretty good at getting needles into people when they don't want to be full of needles. Where does he keep getting them? Nurse, got it, doc. Where the fuck did he come from?
Now, the movie itself was actually. This is why I was surprised because I knew it didn't do well at the box office, so I was curious why it ended up being on our list of award-winning movies. But because it was I just written out, it's because it's for the makeup. But yeah, the movie had a budget of 150 mil, and it came up about 8 mil, just under 8 mil short at the box office to break even.
That's not
What
bad.
did they spend 150 million on? Because it sure as hell wasn't special effects. Jesus.
I don't know. Apparently, that was the production budget. Was 150 million.
I don't know if you know this, but that was actual werewolf hair. It took them years to track it down. That's why it took them so long to remake it. They burned the costumes in the first movie because that was heretical. So they had to track down a couple more werewolves to shave them down. That's why the child werewolf didn't have as much hair.
Yeah, what was that thing? That was so weird.
Gollum in the early years.
Yeah. Like, why did that werewolf... Did it have mange or something? Like, what was going on there?
I think it was a child, or maybe it was like half in... I can't remember I don't know if he explained it, because he was sort of babbling when he was talking about like how he got bit. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, full-grown werewolf, I understand how you got bit, because that's fast as fuck, boy. But a child sitting in a cave... And it looks like that. Like the moment I saw the elongated ears, I got alarms going off in my head. Like something's not right here.
Yeah.
Especially in the 1800s. It's like it's probably a fucking demon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pray about it. I'm not gonna walk up and be like, "Are you okay?" I'm gonna light a fire at the front of the tunnel and wait for the smoke to get it. I'm not playing with that. Another issue I had. This is completely sexist, but. I think that Emily Blunt's character would have been burned at the stake.
For supporting a werewolf, yeah.
No, for being able to read.
Was that in like 1800s too?
I feel like probably. Maybe not in England, but...
Yeah, it looks
I don't know. She definitely would have been for like supporting a werewolf. There's no just like, you need to be like... You're trying to do what's right, but go away. Witches and werewolves were persecuted at the same time.
Yeah. So it didn't make sense to me. I'm actually going to do a few Googlings.
Wow, the guy didn't even try hard to transform Del Toro into a werewolf. He said it wasn't hard to do because he's already a hairy man. There's isn't a really extreme difference. He just fucking... Here, let's just give you some teeth, and we'll fluff you up a bit.
What'd you think of the contrast from the beginning of the movie to the end? Like it seemed like the very beginning of the movie and how they closed the movie were for two different movies to me.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like more extreme, I guess. Like, and then the like it seemed like it was gonna be more horror, and then by the end of it, it seemed like it was just like finishing off a love story almost.
Yeah. Well, they definitely were more atmospheric in the beginning of the movie. That's for sure. Like 90% of the beginning of the movie was like, "Oh my god, fog everywhere," and then at the end, there's just like pitchforks and whatnot. But the beginning of the movie on the train, they're making a big deal about this silver cane. It was slightly drawn near the end, and then that was it. That was the entirety of the usage of the cane. Why did you make such a big fucking deal about it at the beginning? And who was that guy that gave it to you that never showed up again in the movie?
Yeah, I honestly I
Also,
didn't even realize that was an important part.
I totally
like
forgot.
that's just it. They made such that's like one thing you don't do with storytelling. You don't like put an object up on a pedestal, make a big deal about an object unless it's going to be used for some purpose later on in the movie. That's like just like a generic rule of storytelling. And then they're just like, we're going to make a big deal about this cane and you get to keep it. And it's going to be used or it's going to be present at the end of the movie. So you think it's going to be used. And then it just gets thrown on the floor and nothing happens. Like that's just bad storytelling.
Yeah, that blade that was in the cane though had quite the bend to it when
It was a wobbly fucker.
when Hugo Weaving's character he played it was like a detective or something like that from Scotland Yard, I'm pretty sure, and
Yeah.
he got destroyed by Del Toro, and then so he's gonna be another Wolfman. No one checked him, by the way. And everyone was like ready to go, and he was even just covering it up with his hands, like, "Yeah, looks like we got the last of the Wolfmen. No
Well, the one
need to
guy
look
asked
at
him if
me."
he's okay, and he's just
Yeah.
like, "Yep, I'm fine. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it."
He's
Absolutely.
the expert. You gotta trust him. He could be gushing blood from anywhere. He's like, no. He didn't get me. I tripped. It's fine. Plus, it'll heal because the wounds heal freakishly fast, right?
Yeah.
So it'll heal real quick and be like, see, I told you. I just tripped and I got a paper cut on a rock.
Although, like Benicio's wound looks like it healed like straight like back to normal basically,
Yeah.
but when what the fuck? When Anthony Hopkins' character was explaining it to him, like he still had like a good
Scars, the bite
scar,
mark.
yeah,
Yeah.
from when he got bit by that child.
Just because he's old.
Oh,
I
maybe.
think maybe like the only reach you can make there is like maybe they're a different breed of werewolf kind of thing. Like he's a half human, half werewolf, so he's a lycanthrope. Maybe that thing in the mountains was different and that's why it didn't heal properly. If you're looking for stretches, maybe, but yes, that's an inconsistency.
I honestly think it was probably just they thought no one would see his collarbone for the rest of the movie. Like that's why they kept his
he
shirt on the
specifically
entire time.
showed it. He specifically showed it to show that it had fully healed after people were talking about how it heals unnaturally.
Oh, true. I don't know then.
Yeah.
Maybe just they didn't want to spend another 25 million just to get another prosthetic for the collarbone.
Another inconsistency the movie had, or maybe not inconsistency, but just like the beginning is from a different movie than the end, is after when he was in the gypsy camp and he got bit and Queen Fortune Teller was like stitching him up. She specifically said, only love can save him now, or only love can not redeem him, but like bring him back is a word like that. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna go like fucking Beauty and the Beast on this and be like, he's gonna turn into a werewolf, she's gonna kiss him, and he's gonna turn back to normal or something like that. And then you think right at the end that that's what's gonna happen. Then she just fucking plugs him. Like, what the hell was that line all about? That only love can bring him back.
She
Yeah.
loved him just like a brother.
Yeah.
And that's why he was like, this is better.
Yeah.
I'm glad you shot me.
Yeah, it looks like it says that only a loved one can release him. So maybe only a loved one can kill him? I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean,
But-
like the other people loaded up on silver bullets and they shot him a bunch and it didn't do shit.
They never actually shot him with the silver bullets. When they were shooting him in town, there was no silver there. And then at the end, they all loaded up on silver bullets, and none of them actually got a shot off on him.
Okay. Well, according to my research, it says how to cure: lick the red rocket, get a knot in your guts.
What?
You want me to repeat it? How to
No.
cure: lick the red rocket, get a knot in your guts.
Is that supposed to be nut?
No, knot.
Okay.
You know how? Have you seen a dog penis? Jeff, explain dog penis and dog sex.
They have like a piece on the end that enlarges, kind of like how the head of a human penis, and that's how they like lock in to other females so they can't escape, or into females, not other
Keep
females.
all the
So
gooey
that's
goodness.
what's referred to as the knot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that they swell up, so basically it hopes that theirs takes, and then no other male can get in there.
Exactly, it's a knot.
But
That's why
I
when
didn't
you said
realize
you
it's
wanted to go
not.
to Knot Fest with me, I was very concerned. I am not, nor will I ever be, a furry. If you find me with a fur costume, please take me out back.
You're not a werewolf?
No,
Werewolf.
I'm a human boy.
In
Probably.
a wolf's body.
No, I'm not that hairy.
One of the other accurate things of the time period that they portrayed is the fucking prejudice, especially against gypsies.
Yeah.
That barkeep hated gypsies. They're like, everyone's throwing out theories, and he's just like, yeah, but what about the gypsies?
I don't even understand how he came to that conclusion. Like, a man was torn apart, literally torn apart. He's like, fucking gypsies, man. They come to town, now they're tearing people apart, throwing them in ditches. He corks his
What'd you
ball.
think of the CGI on that gypsy bear?
Oh, it was actually, fun fact, that was a reused thing from, I believe, the Golden Compass. Yeah, the bear owned by the gypsies was actually recycled animation from the Golden Compass, 2007. The polar bear was changed into a grizzly bear for this movie.
Golden Compass just had a real shit bear, but it was white?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a polar bear.
How do you recycle animations and still go over budget?
They had to change it to a grizzly bear. That's a whole different kind
Brown
of
paper.
bear. They're less violent, which is a lot harder to animate from a more violent creature.
Yeah, they actually did end up going over budget. Like, they originally was budgeted for 85 mil, and
They doubled that bitch.
yeah.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know. Maybe it's just where they were shooting, like the certain spots. They realized that some of them were like old. So they shot in this place, it's in Chatsworth, or it's Chatsworth Castle basically in Derbyshire. But they had to transform the house. They added like weeds and dead grass and ivy all throughout that giant house, would be my guess. So that just fucking used up your budget, because you take this old ass house, filth it up,
Yeah.
and then you gotta pay to unfilth it.
Which
That's-
is like, especially with old mansions and stuff like that, it's very expensive. Because like you don't want to use the wrong cleaning product and then have all your walls come crumbling down.
I am disgusted at how dirty that place was when there was 4 people living in it.
Yeah.
Like, what is that butler doing? He just locks up the guy once a month, and then he's just like, "Yep, that's my job."
Yeah.
That's all he does. He seeks out werewolves.
Oh. Nice.
I get it.
For-
Sikhs,
yeah.
because he's a Sikh.
He's a Sikh, you know, like the religions.
The first time I saw him without his turban on, or whatever their headdress is called, sorry,
Turban.
I had no idea who it was. I'm like, who's this guy with the long gray hair, and why is he in the house? And then he turned around and I saw his beard. I'm like, oh, it's that guy.
Racist.
You can see his face. I just saw him with long gray hair, and you had never seen him like that before. I'm like, who is he talking to?
That's true. Although the way I looked at it is like, there's only 4 people in the mansion. One just got there. The other one's Anthony Hopkins, and the other one was a woman, which I think is greedy. Why with the extra set of ribs on the outside? I never understood why that was a fashion statement. It's like I don't like my body. I want to just make myself as uncomfortable as possible, but also at the same time add another set of ribs.
Man, I don't know. Maybe it's just keep them subservient. The less oxygen they get to their brain, the less they'll fight back and think on their own.
Yeah. Plus, it was really
Yeah.
hard. Like she was booking it in that dress, and I'm pretty sure that they weren't that like mobile.
Yeah.
You couldn't be that spry. Like you'd be duck waddling through the woods trying to get away from a rabid werewolf, and it's not happening.
That's true. Even look at now. We have full blown crazy feminists because they took off the last restraint, the bra.
I don't think taking off their bra made them crazy. I think it was
Think they were already crazy?
the way they were raised.
Not all feminists. I'm talking about the crazy ones.
Yes, radical third wave feminism where I open my eyes in public and I'm wrong and should die.
I mean,
I agree with the second part, okay?
yeah, they need a new butler. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, obviously
Butler
he got
didn't even
torn
check
the
his-
fuck up.
Didn't even check his fucking bullets.
Yeah, he's
That
cleaning
button-
those guns like every night, and he didn't take a chance to just like crack with like shake it. This
Yeah.
don't sound like maraca.
Yeah.
There's nothing in here.
Apparently, what?
Gotta trust the werewolf master. No.
Oh man, what movie was it where the guy needed to, like, he could tell the weight of, like, the difference in weight between a loaded gun and an unloaded gun?
No idea.
It was some action movie, but yeah, it's basically saying like, hey, if this is your job, like, you know the difference. You can tell, your body can just tell the difference between the two. And so you think like this guy is literally hired. It's not for the cleaning. We've already established that. He's literally hired only to secure this man and make sure he doesn't get out. And if he does get out, put his ass down. And he can't tell when his bullets are empty.
I mean, I think maybe that other movie was a little bit hyperbolic and not based in realism because there's only like
No,
grams in bullets.
Even still, like, you would be checking your equipment constantly, especially
Yeah.
with a monster.
Yeah, that guy, for the amount he cleans the stuff and all that, yeah, he probably should have noticed. But yeah, I think just knowing if a gun's loaded by its weight's probably bullshit. Unless it's like one of those ones that's got like the 100-round canister thing on it.
Well, I don't know. In this case, I can see where he's coming from because like the size of those shells, like we're thinking bullets of our day, so like a 9mm, which has just fucking like nothing. Those shells were easy. I'd say like 6 inches long. Those were fucking like slugs.
Yeah.
That looked like an elephant gun.
Yeah.
But he really should have like especially after 25 years. Like he'd been doing this for 25 years. You think at some point he would have been like, you know what? I'm just gonna like he's locked up. I have the key. I'm gonna fuck around and shoot one of these just to see if they still work.
Yeah.
No, I gotta trust in the master. Trust in the guy who told me to lock him up on the full moon. Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, they're totally loaded. Yeah, no, I will check myself.
If stored and sealed in its original containers at around 20 degrees Celsius, gunpowder lasts 10 years. So even if that hadn't been unloaded, it could have just been bad.
That's true. It just fizzles out. It just sort of falls out of the barrel. I can't pick it up. I'm also a werewolf. Fuck. How do I... Picks it up with
But
his sleeve.
just touching Silver didn't bother them because he was playing around with the cane a little bit at the end.
That's true. Oh, sorry. I just remembered something that was the biggest baller move I've seen in any fucking movie. So when Daddy Werewolf goes to talk to the son in the loony bin, and he, like that whole conversation was great, revealing your plan because you think he's not going to get away, and then the smart people just lock him in a room to prove him wrong. Be like, hey, you think you're turning into a werewolf? Me and 100 of my science buddies are going to sit here and watch you in front of the full moon because you're an idiot. And then they get eaten. But anyways, as he's leaving, apparently it was like his idea for his character to whip out the fucking harmonica and just slay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was Anthony Hopkins' idea. Because I guess they did a couple takes and he just walked down the hall. And then he's like, no, I got this, guys. Harmonica. Out of fucking nowhere. He played the piano once in the movie before that point, and then he's like, yeah, no, also I play the harmonica, the mouth harp. I'm an expert.
Yeah, that guy is a machine. Anthony Hopkins is just a great actor.
I don't trust him when he eats people, so.
That is true.
That's why one of his wives divorced him, right?
Because he didn't eat her enough?
Because after he played in Silence of the Lambs, she couldn't separate him from Hannibal Lecter anymore, and she divorced him because every time she looked at him, she just saw a cannibal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, does she know that it was a movie?
Anthony Hopkins didn't understand acting in this movie. He's just like, I don't know how you pretend to be other people all day. It just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe one day I'll get to watch or something.
Yeah. You could totally see a different acting in it. It was that he was playing the fool when he had his hair all messed up like an old man, and then when he was going to turn into a werewolf, he slicked it back. That's how you knew. That's how I knew. Full moon doesn't mean shit. Anthony's got his slick back hair. Wolf time.
It's like when Ash Ketchum reverses his baseball cap. Shit's about to get real.
Know shit's going down.
When did you realize that it was Anthony Hopkins was the original Wolf?
Honestly, I called it a little early, but I honestly can't remember if it's because I think I've seen this movie before, but because some of it seemed familiar to me, but other stuff I was like, I don't know. I think I might have fell asleep during this movie once. But I called it pretty early on that I was like, nah, it's got to be the old man. The fucking animal print on his robes. And he didn't seem very fazed by much. And I think when it did the flashback into the kid's memory, and it showed like the mom sitting there with the dad after she supposedly cut her own throat, and the blade was spotless shiny. I was like, no, that was placed there. He did it. The dad did it for sure.
It's a quality tool.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that scene too, I was like, okay, the dad. I thought maybe that she killed herself because she found out he was a werewolf. I didn't assume that he got brainwashed at an insane asylum at that point because they hadn't talked about it yet. But yeah, as soon as I saw that scene, I'm like, all right, it's fucking him. He was the original. Something happened that made her die, and it was him.
Yeah, I guessed it somewhere between him. So I think just before he went to the gypsies, because in my notes I say I think Papa Cannibals is the mad dog, so I think Anthony Hopkins is the werewolf. That's how I should translate it from retard to English.
No, I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah, but yeah. You know
yeah, you're right. Zach's an idiot.
Yeah. He likes feet. Ugh.
That's not true.
You're probably looking at the wolf tails like, tear me
They
up.
really liked the scenes of the fucking feet and hands changing.
He's getting flashbacks to his own toenail.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit. Who snuck in and got that?
You think cutting your belly open? That's nothing. I'll cut my mattress in half. By accident.
One of the bonuses, though, one of the great things is a while ago, I think just before The Mummy starring Tom Cruise came out, I think it was like 2014. Universal decided, because Marvel was getting big with their cinematic universe and DC started their thing. I'm not going to call it a universe because everything is just changing and it's fucking awful. And everyone was like, yo, universes are the new way to go. And then we have mashups, we can do interchanging things. Universal decided that they're going to do a monsters universe. So bring back all the classics. So they did it with The Mummy. Now The Mummy was okay. Brendan Fraser Mummy, way better.
Oh, yeah.
Then they released The Invisible Man, which apparently did fantastic in theaters. I've yet to watch it because things that can just grab you and you can't see freak me out quite a bit. But they have this one set up to be rebooted or remade. They had it started in 2014. They had hired someone to write the reboot of it, but then since then it's gone through changes, and now it looks like it's confirmed that the new Wolfman film has entered development, and Ryan Gosling is going to be starring in this version. So I'm assuming he's going to be playing
Is
Lawrence.
he Green Lantern?
No, that's Ryan Reynolds.
We don't talk about
Ah,
that.
shit.
Ryan Gosling is in the Nice Guys, The Notebook.
He's the more pretty boy version. Okay.
La La
Yeah.
Land.
La La Land, yeah.
Driver.
Yeah. What's that? It's some about Beyond the Pines, I think, as well.
You guys assume I watch movies.
Minty Pine Fresh Forest and the
Where's-
Giggle Bunch. Hey.
We're just tossing it out there. You never know what. Just throw it out. Something might stick, you know?
I'm hoping for the new Wolfman remake that they go more. They take some inspiration from another series that had a great job with werewolves. They did a great job.
Underworld?
Twilight.
Oh.
The same damn time. Yeah, like I'm sick of fucking like half human, half wolf creatures. Like just give me a big dog. Give me a dire wolf.
Yeah. Well, the ones in Underworld weren't too bad.
They weren't bad, but like
They were more juiced up than Benicio del Toro. They had the snout and everything.
yeah, but I don't know. Well, it depends on what they're doing. Like I'm assuming they're going for full CGI, because who does practical effects anymore?
Yeah, that's true.
Lazy bitches. We're just gonna make a nerd fucking do it for us. Why don't you use your hands and make something, huh? Paper mache.
Surprisingly, like paying the CGI artists is, I'm pretty sure, cheaper than having the practical effects and everything like that.
Yeah, most of the time. Well, because
I
you can just hey, China, we need a whole bunch of people to animate some stuff for you. Got it done.
Yeah, like
Cool.
animation
Yeah.
studios are going under. Fucking Andy Serkis, like his mocap studio that he owns, that he basically started while in Lord of the Rings, and then made all the fucking Planet of the Apes movies, as well as helped out in a whole bunch of other ones, is like on the brink of bankruptcy constantly.
Jesus.
And he started it, that whole thing, and companies were like, oh man, this is amazing. Like, we got to do this. We got to get this mocap thing in. This is amazing. And then he's just like, hey, money, give me money.
I'm pretty sure CGI artists and special effects people are like almost criminally underpaid too.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And it's almost always been that way.
Yeah, like I'm not 100% sure about like Hollywood, but I know animators for like cartoons and like anime and whatnot, they get like $1 a year for what they do.
Yeah, which is insane, because the amount of work that actually goes into
Yeah.
doing all that stuff is crazy to me. I can't even fucking like animate like GIFs or like do a decent like drawings for this. Even this fucking podcast logo that I did is like ass compared to some of the things that I've seen. Like that's pure ass.
It's better than the last one, though.
It is way better than the last one.
Progress.
It actually, like, some of it looks a little animated. Mostly the clouds, they're fancy as fuck. But overall, it's ass. And I even didn't even want to pay to get one like professionally done, because I didn't want to pay over $100.
Yeah. I actually had an idea about that. There's this guy on TikTok that goes to like Twitch streamers, but only like lesser known, so like a couple hundred followers, stuff like that, and he'll draw them like Twitch layouts and a logo and stuff like that. I was gonna like try and message him and get him to be like, hey, my brother's really into doing all this stuff. Like, can you just like hit him up with a logo? He's been struggling kind of hard because he's autistic. Which
He
I
did
mean,
get his vaccine.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's not technically a lie yet. You can't disprove it.
Yeah, I haven't gone for him for my diagnosis, my post-op.
But all of a sudden, I love the color blue. I hate being touched. I can't fucking make eye contact.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I'm reading online. So you know when Wolfman decides to go Donkey Kong all over the fucking nerd festival in the asylum.
Yeah.
As he's running through London, when he like jumps off the roof and lands on a policeman, that's not CGI. That was actually like stuntmen and Benicio del Toro in fucking makeup.
Just straight landed on it, dude.
Just straight jumping on a guy. I feel like this is because it doesn't give me anything more than that. So I'm just like picturing in my head. It's a 3-man operation for the on-camera stuff. So you got your policeman who's gonna take the fall / slightly get crushed. You got Benicio del Toro jumping off a roof in a Wolfman suit, and then Mark with the bucket of blood.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there waiting right behind the guy. He's like, oh, this is your moment, Mark. Don't fuck this up. And it took him 2 takes. 2-take bucket Mark. And that's actually Marky Mark. That's how he got his start. Was it 2008?
Got his kid started. New Kids on the Block.
No,
He
2008.
was a rapper.
When this movie was shot in 2008, that's when he got his
Yeah,
start.
this movie actually didn't release for a while. It got pushed back.
Like, the animation takes a long time to render.
Yeah.
They finished in 2008. It just took 2 years to render.
Do you think the directors or people who run this movie have ever seen an aggressive dog before? Because that dog showed no body language of being aggressive, but whenever it was anywhere near the screen, it was just supposedly growling.
Yeah.
I love the last time you see the dog when it's just like under the desk for whatever reason. It's growling, it's snapping, or the sound is, and then it just like calmly walks by him like nothing happened. Like, wow, you couldn't have gotten like a trained dog.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to work with dogs in Hollywood because like even if like you could have the best trained dog in the world, it's sitting there like, okay, put on your mean face, and it's sitting there and it's snarling at him, like biting at him and shit. But what they don't show is that they have to CGI out the tail. Because they're like, oh, I'm mean mugging this guy. I'm doing such a good job, and their tail's just fucking going.
Well, that's why you get like dobies and whatnot that have their tails docked, which is stupid. I hate when people dock dogs' tails.
Isn't that part of like their spine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read after I saw a thing on Reddit of this fucking groomer woman who broke a German Shepherd's tail during a grooming appointment.
That's aggressive.
Yeah, which I was like, my first thought is like, I've seen dogs like bite the shit out of their tail, like yank on it, and it doesn't break. Like you have to put some fucking force into that. That wouldn't help you in this movie because they didn't have tails. Dogs have tails. Wolves have tails.
Well, they should have just
dragon
CGI'd in the thing because like when the wolf was around the gypsy camp and chasing things down, like the only reason they knew is because the bear fucking like bared up, stood up on his hind end, and was just like, "Hey, yo, fuck it," and ready to attack. And then everyone got ripped to shreds. And this dog was first off just around, like unless he just thought that Anthony Hopkins' character was just the leader of the pack.
Yeah, he's the alpha.
So. But even still, he growled at Del Toro's character and fucking ran at his ass when he first walked in the door. And then when the Detective Hugo Weaving's character came in, he was just like, buds. He was like, yeah, just petting the dog.
He had a milk bone in his pocket. He had a Milky Way.
But I had a Milky Way too.
Yeah, for him. Snacks for everyone.
He's got diabetes, man. He's got hypoglycemia. He needs to be ready.
That's how I would do this movie different. A lot more dog treats and dog snacks. No, I don't give a fuck about diabetes or diabetics. For the ones that were born with it, I'm very sorry. For the ones that earned it, go fuck yourself. No, like I would probably go more along the lines of like Taika Waititi. I would want some comedy in it. Yeah. So like at the end, I would try like have Emily Blunt or whoever's playing that character like running through the field trying to get his attention, like holding wet dog food.
Holding wet dog food.
Yeah, like running or just like having on there because it's modern day now. Fuck it, I don't want to talk about old people. On their phone, they just have like an electric can opener sound, like 10 hours playing on YouTube, running through a field, like, come get it, boy! And then a Glock holstered.
So you turned this movie into, oh fuck, what's that zombie movie with the 2 comedians?
Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Because like all of
Abraham
these,
Lincoln Vampire Slayer.
yeah. Well, maybe not that, because that was like trying to be a serious movie. Like,
Yeah.
oh, could you imagine if Abraham Lincoln slayed vampires? Like, how would you just give him the credit he's due? He freed the fucking slaves. He didn't end racism, which, like, come on, man. But part of the way there,
he had the foot in the door.
he got the foot in
He
the door.
would have
for
been all the
everyone
way
else.
in the door, but then he got shot.
Yeah, and
Like
then
an idiot.
the door closed pretty much all the way.
Yeah. No, his foot's still there.
No, yeah, but it's a lot softer. How do we get on this topic? Oh no, I just like. There's two ways that I think you can go with movies nowadays, because like there's so much unoriginality. It's hard to do a movie that like people haven't seen before. So it's either you have to go above and beyond with the story, which no one's gonna fucking do anymore because it's all goddamn remakes, or you have to go above and beyond with like I'd say a horror aspect. So like you want the Wolfman, you're getting the Wolfman, like bloodier, gorier than what we saw in this movie. I want them like literally tearing through the entire gypsy camp, everything, close-ups, having a lady's head explode for no reason. Maybe just like bops her ears and her head.
Just does the ear clap
Yeah,
thing.
or go like full comedy. Because like there's
Yeah.
no way you can fuck up if you go a comedy. Because even if you do, be like, well, it's supposed to be a joke. Maybe you're just not funny. You understand humor, Amy Schumer.
Yeah. This movie actually did like pretty good with the violence that you would think of like coming from a Wolfman
Mm-hmm.
perspective. Like going into it, like I was going into it thinking, okay, it probably is just one of those other horror movies that got added in, like or the remakes where it doesn't just show a lot. But this guy was fucking batting heads off, ripping arms, chucking them everywhere. When you saw the bodies, like they were all cut up, like they went pretty in depth into that for the most part for a horror movie. I found.
Yeah, I found this movie to be more of an R-rated action movie than a horror movie, because outside of the beginning, there was no real like horror aspect to it. It was just like killing people.
What about the jump scare at the end when he pops out and Emily Blunt's like, "Ah!"
I mean, the one that you could clearly see coming because he was following her, I suppose so.
Yeah, but I could see it coming, but I was saying no, it's not gonna. It's just so
Yeah.
I could get like
I
my
tricked
toe
myself.
twitched.
I tricked myself into thinking, no, it's not gonna happen. Oh, it fucking happened.
Yeah.
I got myself killed.
As for the originality comment, Jordan, I definitely agree with you that most movies are like struggling with that kind of stuff right now. I kind of give this one a pass on that because it's literally just a one-to-one remake of an old movie. So like it's hard to be original when you're remaking something, right? So but if it were an original movie, I would have liked them to go more into like werewolf lore and try and cure him, like have the gypsies cure him through other means, like Wolf's Bane or something like that, and have it not work and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it being a remake, you kind of have to give a little bit of credit for originality because it's just not. That's just it on the label.
Yeah, and I don't like. I would prefer it without the like stupid love subtext. Cause like, especially this one, cause it's so fucking weird. Like, hey, you're my brother's widow. Like, we just found his body in a ditch. Want to smash?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he just instantly falls in love with her, and then like a month and a half later, the timeline was kind of weird in the movie, but like a while later, he's like, man, in a different life, maybe we could have been lovers, and she's just like, you're my ex-husband's brother. Like, chill.
And then they make out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a pity makeout. It's like if you,
Yeah,
you profess to me, I'd let you make out with Zach to make you feel better.
No. I would not let him make out with
I would let you make out with Zach. I don't understand what wasn't clear about that.
the Zach.
You
part.
were not brought up other than the fact that your lips are getting smacked by Jeps. That's right, I said Jep.
Jeff.
Change your fucking
My
name to
name's
Discord.
Jim. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded the romantic part if they followed like the original plot line, like the love part was going to somehow cure him or whatever, like go Beauty and the Beast. Then obviously I would have disliked the movie even more because that's just cheesy and stupid. But at least then the like whole love scenes would have made sense, right? Like
Yeah,
been relevant. Not so much made sense, but been relevant.
yeah, because then you could, if you swapped I'd say Emily Blunt and Hugo Weaving. So the detective and the woman. Swap what happens to them. So instead of her like actually biting the
So
bullet,
he makes
and
out with Hugo Weaving.
no, I'm Jeff. Stop it. I'm gonna put you in horny jail. No, I want like her to be like, oh my god, I need to. Love will break the curse, and she like tries to kiss him, and he's like, oh, is that a free shoulder I see? And then just fucking noms the shit out of her, and Hugo Weaving's like, see, this is how you put him down, and then caps them both. That would have been a better ending because that would have resolved a lot more. But now we just have Hugo Weaving, the fucking werewolf expert, is now a werewolf himself, and now he's got to run around England trying to convince people that no, werewolves aren't real.
Yeah.
What's that smell? I smell something. 3 streets over, meat pies, delicious.
Yeah. Is that wet dog?
Do I smell wet dog food? Is that pedigree?
How'd you like the scene where he just like listened to her heart and then nothing came of it, and then he couldn't hear what she was saying because he was listening to her heart? That was pretty useful.
Well, yeah, obviously you don't listen to what people's final words are.
Yeah. Also, like, why is that a thing in movies where you get a fucking cut lip and then the hot chick just comes over and just dabs it? Like, you don't need disinfectant on a cut lip.
No,
You
just
really
bleh.
don't need that, because if you did, anytime you fucking split a lip from chapped lips, you just be dipping like. No, that's not a
I
thing.
got carry around hydrogen peroxide so I can just squirt it on my lips every time I get chapped.
Yeah.
Why is your mouth bubbling? I'm sorry, it's winter. I get chapped lips.
I've never had chapped lips. I don't know if it's because I drink like 6 gallons of water a day or what, but I've never
stay
had that problem.
hydrated. Oh, I care about my body. Fuck you. My body's a temple and everyone's puking. Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't really know what that where that trope started either, Zach.
I
It's
think
terrible.
it kind of makes sense like back in the olden days, a little bit. So here's
I
my
guess-
thought process,
I guess
right?
because you could die from a paper cut.
Yeah, a paper cut or like you walk through the wrong part of town with a cut lip. Congratulations, you now have syphilis. What happened? Oh, a hooker coughed on me on my way home. So that's why you got to dab it out. But that would be the only way. Like you're just walking into sickness and you're never clean. But unless, because I didn't see her dip it into anything specific. Like maybe just like water. I didn't see any like alcohol or anything. Because like you're not doing shit with that dirty ass cloth and that dirty ass water, wiping his dirty ass lip.
Yeah.
It's just not doing it for me. It's like using a muddy towel to try and clean up a juice spill.
Yeah. I did
That's not
like.
how you clean up your juice.
No, I don't spill my juice because I'm not a fucking toddler. I bought a special cup.
I liked how some comedy aspects were in the movie though. Like when they first came to try and take Del Toro, they're just like, "Hey, show us your wound," and then when he gets the split lip, and Anthony Hopkins' character comes out, and just fucking blows a statue up, shoots the hell of it. He's like, "Sorry, Colonel, I was actually trying to shoot you, so sorry I missed." Just like. Oh, I think that was one of the few. Like, there wasn't too many other than the shitty ass doctor. Like being like, everyone was like, "Yo, turn around!" Like, no. He's scared of the moon. He's just a bitch.
It's just a rock in the sky.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with this guy? Yeah, but how's it stay up there, Doc? Wait a minute. You're blowing my friggin' mind here. Give me the juice. Give me the shot. I'm going in the ice bath. I need to think about this.
I think that was like, obviously they do that in a lot of movies, but I think that kind of stuff was like a relatively interesting part of the movie. The whole like, we don't know how to treat mental disabilities or mental not disabilities, mental sicknesses in the 1800s. So we just kind of like torture you until you either go brain dead or say you're not sick anymore.
Yeah, it was.
This is the golden ages. Nowadays, they just keep you inside forever. Because, like, No, Doc, I don't feel like killing myself anymore. Well, you're probably fucking lying, so we're gonna pump you full of meds and strap you to bed for a while, because obviously you're insane.
I mean, that's pretty much the ideal life.
Right? 3 meals a day, I get to stare at kooky chicks all day.
Full of drugs and just lay in bed all day. Let's
There
go.
might be a piano nearby. I don't know how to play, but I'm not gonna care. I'm on so many drugs.
You just play. You think you're playing.
Just sitting
You're
against.
still in the bed.
I'm laying in my bed, just playing my pillow. Just, yes, the melodies. You fucking at it again? Yeah, I gave him an extra tablet by accident. Oh, Xanax, lady!
Overall, yeah, I think this movie had its moments, had some good qualities to it. Like I said, the makeup, the costume design, everything like that, like Jeff said, was like spot on. The story itself was up on hills throughout the whole thing, just up, down, all over the place. But the performance by Del Toro and Hopkins, even Emily Blunt was like, they were very well done. And Hugo Weaving. I was hoping Hugo Weaving was gonna be more like a Van Helsing, but instead he's just a shitty Scotland Yard detective.
Couldn't even catch Jack the Ripper.
Yeah,
It only took us till what, 2013?
roughly.
Because no one thought before that to test DNA evidence. What's
Wait,
the
did they
no?
eventually find out who Jack the Ripper was?
Yeah, he was. I'm pretty sure a Polish immigrant, if I remember correctly. I would like more werewolf poop. What happens to all the people? Like, I know it never really shows them eating anything. Like the closest thing we got was when Benicio del Toro ripped out that guy's liver or spleen, I don't know which, and just sort of gnawed on it for a bit. That was the closest we came. But like, you're transformed for, I'd say, like 12 hours, maybe 8 hours. We'll call it 8 hours. At some point, after eating all that stuff, you're gonna have to take a shit.
Yeah.
Whether you're like in wolf form still, which would be fucking hilarious, or you're in human form. Maybe you slip back. Be like, okay, I'm on a raw food diet. I can't wipe with normal toilet paper. I gotta drag my ass across the carpet.
Maybe that's why that was so dirty. Just from Anthony Hopkins' character just dragging ass throughout the whole house. And the Sikh guy's just like, boss, what the hell?
I don't get fucking paid for this. I get paid to kill you if you get out of your room.
Buddy.
I also didn't like the fact that, like, you wanna sit there. Okay, this is how he's torturing himself, Anthony Hopkins. Like, I became a werewolf and I killed my wife. I'm so sad. I must not hurt anyone ever again. So I'm gonna build a fucking shrine and put a nice, comfy a stay chair, as they called them back in the day, in the room, and stare in werewolf form at a picture of my dead wife who I killed. Every single full moon for the rest of my life. Well, at least for the next 25 years before I turn my son into a werewolf and then decide, you know what, this is pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kill people.
Yeah, fuck it.
Law of the jungle, baby. Kill or be killed. You can't do it.
Ugh.
You fucking lied to me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
There's no conclusive evidence on who Jack the Ripper was. You fucking
It was
lied.
me.
You son of a bitch! You killed people before you were born.
Okay, whoa. I killed prostitutes. They had 4 teeth.
That's a lot of teeth for
combined.
British people.
Yeah,
that is fair. We're gonna lose our entire UK audience.
Uh-oh.
Except for we're gonna gain all of Scotland because we're just taking the piss out of England.
Yeah. Well, we already lost. Wales? That where Welsh people are from?
I don't speak Wales anyways.
No. Yeah, it is because of the last whatever podcast we were talking about sheep fucking.
That's factual.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly.
They have a website, sheepshaggers.com or something.
Oh yeah.
Aaron Kosminski. Bitch.
Oh, he is Polish.
He was a hairdresser who emigrated from Poland to England just before the series of murders began. I'm not going to read this whole thing. but he was a Polak.
That's unlucky.
Don't make me recreate these crimes, Jeff.
Start with me, please.
As
I
for
wanna
legal
see how much I
purposes,
can-
that was a joke.
I want to see how much I can fit in my prison wallet,
Whoa.
but I don't want to just do it. I want to have an actual reason. I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, I gotta go to the store. Let's see how many fucking rolls of quarters I can fit up my ass. I gotta do laundry. Why? I got shit all over all my clothes because I keep my rolls of quarters in my ass.
Yuck.
Feels good though.
That's why I don't carry
Plus-
money.
I don't have to worry about wearing bells around Christmas time. I can just shake that ass. I do a trick sometimes. People put a $20 bill in my mouth, and I just
Shit of quarters.
most of the time it's shitting it out. Sometimes I have to use the front dispenser.
Oh.
Quarters.
Dimes only. I tried to fit a toonie in there once. I passed out.
All right. What are we rating this movie?
I'm gonna give it 6 knots out of 10. Yeah, but no, I'll give it 6 out of 10. It was a quality movie. I really liked it. There was just some things that were left to be desired, but I mean they did very well. I think with the remake, like most of the CGI was really great. The makeup was fantastic. They need to work on making better facial prosthetics, so it's not just like, hey, we're gonna slap an extra pair of teeth on your face and then just add a layer of fake skin.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely something like if I was somewhere that had TV and I saw it on, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll throw it on. And I'd watch it again if someone had wanted to watch it, but I'm probably not gonna go out of my way ever again. I'm done putting myself out there.
What about you, Jeff?
I give it like a 3. I'd never seen the original, so I don't know how like accurate it is or faithful it is to the original, so I can't really judge it on that. But you can definitely tell that it's like a 1940 movie because the story is like so run-of-the-mill, basic bitch, white bread kind of shit. Like I said, there was like weird discontinuations from the beginning and the end, basic storytelling failures. I wouldn't watch it again. Definitely not. No.
Not even for a Scooby snack?
You're gonna have to give me 2 Scooby snacks.
How
And
about
then
a
I'm gonna have to
Scooby
take-
snack and a smack on the ass?
Woo! Now you can take out the Scooby snack.
Zach, what do you think about this movie? Quickly!
Can I have his Scooby snack?
No.
Ah, fuck!
You gotta smack him on the ass then.
Ah, that's...
While you're kissing him.
Jordan, calm down.
I give it a 6 as well. It kept my attention. Like I would watch it again. Not like I said, if it was on TV or something like that, and just throw it on. I probably would end up flipping through other things though, because if it's on TV, there's commercials, and I fucking hate commercials for the most part. Costumes and stuff were good. The time era, everything seemed pretty accurate. Everyone hates gypsies back then. Now Borat. But
Still pretty accurate.
yeah, yeah, very, very many people just really hate gypsies. But yeah, it was an enjoyable movie. So yeah, 6 out of 10.
So we got a grand total of 5.
Oh, right down the center.
Not bad. I also wanted to clarify. I did look it up. Women could read and write, but that's pretty much it. They were taught how to read and how to write, so they could read the letters sent to their husbands and reply for their husbands. And other than that, they were taught wifely duties like cooking and baking and cleaning and getting cummed in. What do you think is more awkward? All right, so when someone tells you, like, hey, we're trying for a kid, you hear, hey, we're trying for a kid. I hear, my husband has been dumping loads in me furiously. It's worse if they give you a time frame. It's like, yeah, we've been trying for like 4 months. Be like, wow, your husband's coming you a lot. No, I made it awkward.
I love the one where the people like bitch about, oh, you think you're tired? You don't even have any kids. Congratulations. You think you have a monopoly on tired because you got cream pied?
Yeah.
Back of the line.
I never understood that. Like, why? Like, why not just say, hey, we're open to have children? Because it ends up putting like pressure on both parties in order to have this kid. And they need to have this kid, which ups stress levels, which affects everything. And then you're just like, man, I've been trying for years and I can't. Just stop trying. Just go about it naturally. Just say, hey, if we had a child, we would be able to financially take care of it. No problem. If it happens, we're good.
Yeah, just stop trying. Let me go ahead. Let me try.
Let me fuck your wife.
No, I don't want. No, that's
Well, do like
no. That's not how pregnancy works. I'm going to work his penis into her vaginables. Neither of them are going to have to use any physical motion at all. It's all me. You know, like marionette dolls?
Yeah.
There is strings on them. And I'm controlling it from the corner of the room with no pants on. And my asshole is full of quarters.
Is there a $20 bill in your mouth?
Not yet. That comes after.
Once they conceive and they pay you.
Yeah, once I get the knot up in their guts, then they slip me a 20 and I just slide out the back door.
Both figuratively and literally?
Vigorously.
So you're like a human like change machine, eh?
Sometimes, yeah. I do run out.
Gotta break a 20, just feed it to you.
There is no key to get to the coin locker. It's just sort of like a pressure thing. So there's a certain wall, but as soon as you get past it, you're in. You're golden. You may get oil on your hands though.
I'll bring a baggie. It's okay.
Yuck.
I want a baggie in my ass.
All right. Make sure you follow us. Twitter @byrailside.
Twitch.tv/bytherailside.
Yeah. Follow or make sure you check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Anchor, all that stuff. Just search By the Railside. We just started an Instagram account too, where we'll post either just random things, interesting movie facts, maybe about the movies that we find ourselves watching throughout, or just fucking, it could be a wall. We might just post a picture of a wall, just cause. Again, that one's By the Railside as well, somewhere on Instagram.
I'm prepping.
Okay, good. Next week we will be reviewing Happy Feet. That's
basically the same movie.
Yeah. Yeah. The amount of feet that were in.
It's actually 100% canon to the Wolfman universe. I'll have you know.
It's in the Monsters universe. I think I might have seen part of this movie before.
Just part of it? How sad are your feet?
Pretty sad. Have you seen them?
Sad as my asshole.
Yeah, but your asshole has changed.
Not anymore. It's empty.
All right. All right. We're going to leave you with that thought of Jordan's asshole.
You're welcome.
We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Bye-bye.